How often do you use the point spread to motivate the team?
I don't know if I ever have. I have. What is it this week?
5.
We're underdogs. We're good. All right. Just from my Saturday night speech, I'm good. No, I haven't. I've never used it, but I'll just say this: we're nobody's underdog. So, if you need a quote,
we're nobody's underdog. I love that.
It's so funny how they try so hard to make us think that things like that don't matter. You bet your ass when it's time to push buttons and get guys fired up. The stuff that we say even becomes part of the motivation, but they never want to admit it because they don't want us to think that we have any power or that they have any regard for the things we say until they can use the things we say to get their guys fired up. And I thought this was a mistake when I saw that the Rams are 5.5-point favorites. Oh, they're playing at home. Yeah, in front of all the Cowboys fans, they're going to take over SoFi Stadium because they were in Oxnard for the 20 years that the Rams were in St. Louis. The Cowboys are going to have that edge. The Cowboys have a defense that's on par with the 49ers, who dismantled the Rams on Monday night. Short week for Matthew Stafford to recover. Peter, my take on Matthew Stafford, we're going to hear from Sean McVay on that in a second. I think he's probably got 5 or 6 injuries he's just not telling anybody about because that's the way he's always been. You're not hiding it from the league or the opponent if the player just doesn't say boo about it to the team. You're not even getting treatment. I'm fine. He's banged up. I'm fine. And he just keeps going. And I got a ton of respect for that. And I'm not making an excuse for him, and he wouldn't make this excuse, but I think that's the only explanation for the performance we saw on Monday night. He's just quietly and secretly banged up, and it's affecting the way that he plays.
Mike, the biggest problem that I see with the Rams right now, and, even though no one ever talks about, when you talk about the Rams, no one ever talks about, boy, they better run the ball better or whatever, except internally, inside their building. They have a disastrous running game right now. In part, it's because of the loss of the big rock, Andrew Whitworth at left tackle. That has been a sieve position for this team. But, Mike, they're averaging 3.3 yards a carry. It's always 2nd and 9. The pressure is always on Matthew Stafford to make a play. It's easy to sit here and say, well, Allen Robinson, he's no good. He has not responded in the first month of the season. Well, no crap, Sherlock. There's something missing, between Allen Robinson and, a finely tuned, hugely important member of this offense. They throw it to Cooper Kupp 94 times a game, but they wouldn't have to throw it to Cooper Kupp 94 times a game if occasionally it was 2nd and 4 instead of it always being 2nd and 9 or 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it really is odd to see that defenses are not concerned about taking away Cooper Kupp. I thought that's what would happen this year. Redouble their efforts to take him away and force Matthew Stafford to go elsewhere. Instead, they just take away all the other options and say, go ahead and throw it to Kupp. Keep throwing it to Kupp. We'll go tackle him, and we'll move on to the next play. It's
when you're averaging 9 yards a catch, like Cooper Kupp, it's 9 point something. That basically says to me that, okay, you're fine in letting Cooper Kupp catch balls underneath the linebackers. You're fine. And that is the bothersome thing. It's not like Cooper Kupp's going to average 15 yards a catch. I get it. But when you're averaging 9 point something a catch, it is a clear sign that you simply are not getting what you need from the other players on your team to free Cooper Kupp to occasionally catch a 30-yard pass.
There's this prevailing and persistent belief that the Rams eventually will bring back Odell Beckham Jr. He can't get on that field soon enough. And the longer this goes, Peter, this is a point Sims made, and we've been talking about it for weeks now. If the Rams aren't going to get this deal done while Beckham is healing, Beckham may want to look around and ask himself, is this really the best place for me to play this year?
There's no pressure on Beckham to do this right now, Mike. He should wait until the end of October when he's almost ready to play football. Let's say he starts playing around Thanksgiving. He still has a good 3 weeks to look at the landscape and say, hey, maybe I should go to Team X. Maybe I should go to the 49ers, or maybe I should go wherever, but go somewhere. Maybe I should go to Buffalo and reunite with my friend Von Miller. Look, you know what it is, Mike? Here's the crazy thing. We're only talking about a 2 or 3 month contract. That's all this is. This is like you're a businessman taking a trip, pack one suitcase. You don't even pack heavy. Pack one suitcase, go to your new team, and on February 15th, you're free again. That's how I would look at it if I were Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, hey, it is the ultimate mercenary move where you go pick your winner. You wait and you pick the right horse at the right time, and you go help make the difference, and you play into January and maybe into February and set yourself up for the contract you didn't get this year because the ACL went out non-contact in the Super Bowl against the Bengals. Let's hear briefly from Sean McVay, his assessment of what we saw from Matthew Stafford on Monday night in that resounding loss to the 49ers.
If you look at, some of the different things that he was dealing with, I thought he played excellent the other night. Thought he did a lot of good things. I think, the margin for error was that much smaller just because of how hard it was to be able to get explosives. But when you have a handful of drives that you get down into the red area, whether it was a play call or missed assignment, different things like that, everything seemed like it was a little bit heightened. Because they're such a tough, good defense. But I thought that was a performance that he could build on. I thought, given the circumstances around him, he had great command. I thought he moved really well in the pocket. What I thought was as impressive as anything is some of the hits he took, he didn't let that affect him as the game continued to progress.
Look, he really does keep going, and he never flinches in the face of whatever is happening to him. But he just doesn't have the help around him this year. And at some point, those injuries, if he does have injuries that he's keeping to himself, they're going to accumulate to the point where he just can't keep going. I mean, his arm was all banged up, his left arm. I mean, he's unappreciated relative to where he should be. He's quiet. He goes about his business. He never complains, and he always finds a way to show up and suit up unless it really is something serious. And he just doesn't have the help around him this year, Peter. And it's just strange to see, because it's not like the team fell off a cliff, but it's just enough of a difference from last year to make this team seem like a far cry from a Super Bowl contender.
Look, you know what it is, Mike? To me, it is I'm not worried about the interceptions. Matthew Stafford, his entire career, has thrown interceptions. And that's just, you've got to accept that. So he's got 6 picks and probably a couple more that were dropped, and we just saw 2 of them in that game. But the issue for me is his offensive line's a disaster. And until they figure out some way, and maybe it is throwing more very quick stuff to Tyler Higbee and moving the chains 6 yards at a time, with Tyler Higbee. Maybe it's throwing more screens. Maybe it is just doing more with the backs to get them in space. I don't know what it is. But right now, the interceptions don't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that Matthew Stafford, I bet, had 5 clean pockets the entire game the other night. You can't win in the NFL when you never have a clean pocket.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.